You remember Little House on the Prairie, the heartfelt stories, simple values, and a family that touched millions of lives. But more than 50 years have passed since it first aired, and time has changed everything. Behind the warm smiles came marriages, scandals, heartbreak, and transformations no one ever saw coming. Stay with us as we uncover what really happened to the cast of Little House on the Prairie, how they look, how they live, and where they are now in 2026. Michael Landon, who played Charles Ingalls, the beloved father figure of Little House on the Prairie, was born Eugene Maurice Olwitz in 1936 in New York and joined the cast in 1974 at the age of 37. He was not only the lead actor, but also the driving force behind the entire series. Creator, writer, director, and producer. Landon's face appeared on the cover of TV Guide 22 times, a record reflecting his immense influence in the American television era. On screen, he was the epitome of a kind, upright, and compassionate father. But behind that perfect image was a complex and contradictory man. Michael went through 3 marriages and had 9 children. His second marriage ended in a scandal that rocked Hollywood when he had an affair with Cindy Clerico, a young makeup artist, on the set of Little House. The scandal deeply hurt his colleagues, shattering the image of a father figure that many young actors had once revered. His reputation suffered severely. Advertising contracts were canceled, and his personal credibility was shaken. But from that tumultuous relationship, Michael eventually married Cindy in 1983. They had 2 children and remained together until the end of his life. In 1991, Michael Landon died of pancreatic cancer at the age of 54. In his final moments, he only managed to say 3 simple words: "I love you." More than 500 people, including President Reagan, came to pay their respects, a testament to a vast television legacy and a life full of both light and darkness. Melissa Sue Anderson, who played Mary Ingalls, the gentle eldest daughter of the Ingalls family in Little House on the Prairie, was born on September 26, 1962, in Berkeley, California, and joined the show in 1974 at the age of 11. Her portrayal of Mary, obedient, responsible, and especially her tearful story of blindness in the 4th season, touched millions of viewers, earning Anderson the only Emmy nomination among the entire cast. On screen, Mary was gentle and emotional, but in real life, Anderson was a reserved, quiet woman who kept her distance from her younger co-stars. She dated famous names like Lorenzo Lamas and Frank Sinatra Jr. before meeting television screenwriter Michael Sloan, the man who would later become her life partner. They married in 1990 and have 2 children. Not long after, Anderson made a decision that surprised Hollywood: to leave the spotlight and move her family to Montreal, seeking a peaceful childhood for her children, free from the allure of fame. In 2007, they officially became Canadian citizens, closing a chapter in their lives and embracing a simpler existence. Anderson turned down many big opportunities, including the lead role in The Blue Lagoon, because she couldn't accept overly daring scenes. Instead of chasing fame, she chose to protect her personal and family values. In 2010, Anderson published her memoir, The Way I See It, recounting her journey of growing up, leaving Hollywood, and learning to live authentically. The greatest tragedy came on August 13th, 2025, when her husband, Michael Sloan, passed away after 35 years of marriage. A rare and enduring marriage in the turbulent world of entertainment ended quietly and sadly. Victor French, who played Isaiah Edwards, was born on December 4th, 1934, in Santa Barbara, California. He was the son of a Hollywood stuntman and joined Little House on the Prairie in 1974 at the age of 39. If he were alive in 2026, he would be 90 years old. The character of Isaiah Edwards, a rough but warm-hearted mountain man, completely changed Victor's career. Before that, he mainly played villainous roles in westerns like Gunsmoke and Bonanza. But with Little House, audiences saw for the first time a warm, approachable, and profound Victor French. In real life, Victor and Michael Landon became inseparable friends. Landon once said that he spent more time with Victor than with his wife. When Victor left the show to star in Carter Country from 1977 to 1979, He quickly returned after the series was canceled and continued to work alongside Landon in Highway to Heaven. Victor married twice, to Judith Shuns and then actress Julie Cobb, and had 3 children, but both marriages ended in divorce. Throughout his life, he was a heavy smoker. In April 1989, Victor was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. Just 3 months later, on June 15, 1989, he passed away at the age of 54. 2 years after Michael Landon also died from the same disease. At his funeral, a plane flew overhead carrying his final message: "Eat, love, Victor." A simple farewell, true to the sincere and warm person that audiences will always remember. Allison Arngrim, who played Nellie Olson, the most hateful, spoiled rich girl on screen, in Little House on the Prairie, was born in 1962 in New York and joined the show in 1974 at the age of 12. With her signature curly blonde hair, haughty eyes, and childish antics, Nellie quickly became a character that audiences both found irritating and impossible to look away from. Few know that Allison initially auditioned for the roles of Laura and Mary, but fate gave her one of the most iconic villain roles in television history. On screen, Nellie is a symbol of depravity and selfishness. But behind the camera, Allison's childhood was shrouded in darkness. From the age of 6, she endured prolonged abuse from her own brother, a secret she kept buried for decades. For Allison, embodying Nellie inadvertently became a form of therapy, allowing her to release her anger, pain, and trauma through on-screen outbursts. In 2004, Allison first publicly shared her story on national television. Since then, she has become an active child protection activist, using her own painful past to empower those who, like herself, have remained silent. In 2026, Allison Arngrim is 63 years old. Her life has also been marked by profound losses. After a short first marriage, Allison found lasting happiness with musician Robert Paul Schoen, her partner of over 30 years. She has also become actively involved in AIDS prevention after losing her close friend and co-star Steve Tracy, who played Nellie's husband, to the disease. In 2010, Allison published her memoir, Confessions of a Prairie Bitch, recounting her entire journey from the glory of her childhood to her most painful struggles. Today, at age 63, she continues to perform stand-up comedy, host podcasts, and share her life story with millions. Karen Grossell, who played Caroline Ingalls, the woman who breathed life into the image of the American mother, was born on February 25, 1942, in Berkeley, California. When Little House on the Prairie premiered in 1974, she was only 32 years old, but in a short time, she became one of the most beloved mothers in television history. By 2026, Kara will be 82 years old, and her life continues to unfold with surprising new chapters. On screen, Caroline Ingalls is the heart of the family, calm, resilient, gentle yet strong, especially when confronting the boisterous and bitter Harriet Olsen. But in real life, Karen Grossell possesses a much deeper inner strength. Before Little House, she was a professionally trained stage actress, having studied in London on a Fulbright scholarship and performed on Broadway, a place that forged discipline, passion, and resilience. Behind the spotlight, her life was far from smooth. Karen struggled with alcoholism and began her recovery journey in 1977. She also experienced tense conflict with Michael Landon over compensation, a story candidly told in her memoir, Bright Lights, Prairie Dust, published in 2021. She has been married 3 times and has an adopted son named Zach. These losses have shaped her into a mature, insightful, and empathetic woman. But a late-life turning point changed everything. In late 2025, Karen revealed she had rekindled her love for sculptor Robert Gove, the man she had a crush on when she was 19, more than 6 decades ago. After a chance reconnection via email, the old flame reignited gently and enduringly. Now, at 83, she divides her time between the United States and a small apartment in Carrara, Italy, living each day to the fullest as a gift. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more content coming your way. Feel free to share your thoughts or suggest topics you'd like to see next in the comments below. Your support means a lot to us, and we'll see you in the next video.